Welcome back. In the previous part, we became aware that something is going on with the manuscript, the Hound of the Baskervilles. Susato knows something, and so does Gina. But what does Gina know? I want to speak to her about that. We'll start with your parents though, but it's definitely something to do with the lie. But what lie? So your parents. I realize that I don't know anything about your parents, Gina. I ain't got any, have I? Never did have. Oh. Look, the East End's full of orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with us, and the minute we're born, not even our mums. Oh. But we all stick together. The older ones look after the little ones, and make sure they get by. That's why you're a pickpocket. Nah. Diving's my life. I love it. Get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. And that's how we all afford to eat. I'm like Robin Hood, ain't I? That's how I see it. Oh, Gina. I do think about it sometimes. What it'd be like to have parents, I mean. I thought it'd make everything right. But having listened to what Iris just said, sounds like having parents ain't easy either. Oh. I mean, if you know you never had them, you don't feel like you're always wanting to meet them. I suppose it's true. I do want to see Daddy. So much. Yeah. Oh, Iris. Alright, here we go, the lie. Gina, what do you mean when you said that you know Mr. Shlomes is lying to Iris? Well, he reckons he popped that mental script or whatever, right? But come on, it's obviously a load of rubbish. Oh my. Why would you think that, Gina? It's simple. That story was really in old Windybank's storeroom. There's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words you, could know about it. Ah. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. But Daddy would never do something like that. I'm sure of it. Huh. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, a lot of them. You just ain't realised it yet. I'm telling you, that mental script ain't at Windybank's. You'd soon see if you had a look. Even if you think you can trust him, I don't. That Shlomes is a liar like the rest of them. If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. See? Oh, but I don't mean that I think he sold it. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris. Oh my goodness, look at the time. Come along, Ginny. We should go back downstairs. Yeah, alright. And please, don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you? No, of course not. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina. You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning, I insist. Oh, yes please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night then. Iris. Sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult. But deep down, you're still just a child. Well, I think it's then I turned in for the night too, Narahoda-san. Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris's father, but also the name of the murdered visiting professor at Yume University. Can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on. So many freaking dots! And again! He's dotting all over the place. And they're getting less. Mr. Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo. That voice. There's been a moiter, hasn't there? That's Mr. Sholmes. What's going on? It's the middle of the night. It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone. Gina? She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty. How do you know this? Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, no? I think not. I'm speaking to her before she retired. Received the distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Miss Susato. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home. But I've been waiting for over an hour now. Over an hour? Oh. If you'll indulge me, look out of the window, my dear fellow. What's this about? I mean... Wait a minute. Why is there a light on at this time of night? How would you even see that? Like, how would you see that? And that's Mr. Windybank's pawnbrokery. Mr. Windybank's... Oh no. Unless they see, like, the light coming off onto the street, but it'd be a bit difficult, what with the moonlight and the street lamps. It's simple. That story was really in old Windybank's storeroom. And there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. Could Gina have gone... Seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? Oh, no. No, not really. Well, anyway, we must investigate. At once. Miss Susato. "16th of April, 1:14 a.m., Baker Street. The door to Windybank's. It's open. And the lamp is burning. Must be Gina, mustn't it? Let us hope it's nothing more sinister. I mean, you'd like pointing out like the lights are on. Like, I can see several other windows where the lights are on. What? Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside. There's no one here. Oh yes, there is. Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes! What the? Has Sholmes been shot? Leave me, Mr. Naruhodo. But... after them. Go! Right. Blast. I've lost them. Hello, hello, what were you here? The alarm was just raised for this pawnbroker, sir. Would you know something about that? Officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot. Shot! With the policeman close behind me, I ran back to Windybank's. I say, what the hell was that?
Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Naruhodo!
How bad is it? Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry!
why does it have a little door in the door? To be continued. Like, why would you need that? Oh, let's continue, obviously. Bang! Oh. Ah, and such. It'll be alright, Mr. Naruhodo. After them. Go! Behind that door, in the storeroom. Hurry! Why is there a little flap? Is it just so we can see inside? It's Gina. From that moment, Windybank's pawnbroker became a crime scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. It's just before dawn before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 221B. '16th of April, 6:21 a.m. Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy. Oh, Iris. Telegram came, but all it said was, wait at home. Oh, yes, we asked one of the policemen to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back. When I woke up, I was all alone. Ellie and Ginny were gone. Everyone was gone. What happened, Bruno? Oh, Iris. She's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know. Something awful has happened, hasn't it? Yes, I'm afraid so. Okay. Events at Windybanks. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Windybank is dead. He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning. Oh, yes, I had a feeling. You did? When I saw those police carriages pulling up outside his shop, I knew something must have happened there. When we entered Windybanks in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of 2 thugs. They ran out onto the street and I chased after them. But they got away. So it was one of them who shot old Mr. Windybank, I suppose. Don't know, but it's not what the police believe at the moment. Oh, why not? They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see. Gina. Ginny? But why? Well, the thing is... No, Ginny wouldn't do something like that. I know. None of us think she did it. Then why have they arrested her? I'm sorry. There was nothing I could do. Kinda want to go with that first. I don't understand why they arrested Ginny. It's not fair. And what about the 2 thugs that were at the scene? Aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Hurley dead, didn't they? No, I mean, Mr. Shlomes isn't dead, Iris. This is all so horrible. Thing is, Mr. Windybank was found on the floor in the storeroom where he keeps all the deposited articles. And the storeroom door was locked from the inside. I see. But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well. Oh no. According to the detectives who investigated afterwards. Don't tell me. There was no one else in the room? Yes, exactly. How did you know? It's the only explanation. Yes, the only explanation indeed. What do you mean by that, Bruno? Well, what can I say? I'm damned if I agree and damned if I don't. Alright, Shlomes' situation. So, where's Hurley then? Is he still there investigating the scene? He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals. I don't want want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Shlomes. He was taken to the hospital this morning. What? Well, when we entered Windybanks, a gun was fired and he took a bullet. Hurley was shot. No. It's all right. His life isn't in danger. Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital? He's at St. Sinners. They're tending to him there. I must see him. At once. I'm sorry, Iris, but can't. Why not? It's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed. No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. Preparing to operate, you see. To operate? Oh, poor Hurley. Injured Shlomes. It was the two thugs who were in Mr. Windybank's shop. They shot Mr. Shlomes when we disturbed them, you see. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After them. Go! After that, ran out into the street, but, well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry. It's my fault I let them get away. I think that's a very good thing. Sorry? Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well, Runa. On top of everything else, I can bear that. Oh, Iris. Aw, Susato's situation. Where's Susie, Runa? She's still at the police station. Oh, why? I expect she's still being questioned. Police said they wouldn't be finished for a while. Why aren't you there then? Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. Miss Susto stayed behind at the scene to tend to Mr. Shlomes, so they didn't get started until later. Yeah, I see. Besides, one of us had to come back to be with Iris. That Inspector Gretton agreed to me leaving early. You should have let me know and I would have come to the station. I'm afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment. But I can at least try to find out how Mr. Shlomes and Gina are getting on. I want to go too. Take me with you, Runa. Can't stand just sitting around here waiting. I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder. But I don't want to leave her here all alone either. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me? Oh yes, I'd love to. Gina's at the prison. Mr. Shlomes is probably in the hospital bed. And don't forget we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation. Ah, I can see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. Alright, so let's see about... A new location has been added. Let's go to the prison first. th of April. Local prison, cell 13. Hello, Gina. Why do you still have that? Oh, you still have the grenade launcher Helly and I made. Wish you wouldn't point it at me all the time, though. What are you here for? Ginny, I have a feeling it's because of us that you've ended up in trouble. So we're thinking that we might be able to help you. Well, you can't. Sorry? You heard. Get lost. Don't be like that, Ginny. I know you didn't do it. You'd never shoot someone. I just know you wouldn't. You think you know me? Pull the other one. Oh. just looking at the little things on Iris's back there. It's like a bunny, Shlomes, and I think a mouse Iris. Ain't got the first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. And if I saw me chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop at any day of the week. Just to see what I could lay my hands on. Get it? That's the kind of person I am. But Ginny? I've been caught tomorrow, they said. Some cove came by before and said he'd be a lawyer for me or the like. It was my right or something. But I told him to get stuffed. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one. She couldn't be staring at me anymore, obviously, if she tried. Why are you being like this, Ginny? Yes, why are you being like this? I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away? He wanted me to sign some papers, representation papers or something like that. They were going to be rigged anyway, whole trial. They'll pin it on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do. Why do you think that? Because that's how it's always been for me, growing up in the back slums, me whole life. You do what the grown-ups tell you, and get your mates dragged off by the coppers, or worse. I've had it happen to me before and all. Been sold out and nearly snaffled on the back of it. Can't trust no one, that's the point. As soon as you do, you go into grass. Dead. Gina, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial, I could forget it. Ginny, don't you trust Runo? Nah, I don't. Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone. What happened? Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night at the pawnbroker's. There's nothing to tell. Figured it'd pay me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. The old bloke walked in on me and you know the rest. But why, Ginny? Why would you do that? Ain't it obvious? The place is full of stuff I could sell for $1 or $2. Diving ain't easy, you know. It's a lot of work, and half the time you don't even get nothing. Is that really why you broke into the place? What? Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else? Oh, give it a rest. What would be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit of difference. Please tell us, Ginny. We'll believe in you, whatever it is. Believe in me? Don't be deaf. Can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time. And you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have. What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies? Unforgivable lies. What did you mean before, Gina, when you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies you've told are? Maybe we can help. Sorry. We're out of time. You're gonna want to question me now. Ginny, please. Oh yeah. Wanted to give you this, so only remember me by. Okay, it's a picture of a cat. Photographic print of a really adorable cat. I found it in one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't no point me having it. What little photograph like that was doing in the pocket of the overcoat? Yeah, it's gonna be relevant somehow. Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye. Oh, Ginny. The white cat photograph has been entered into the court record. I don't know where else to go then. Let's have a look at that. And that's not where I want to go. Court record. Photographic print depicting a sweet little white cat obtained from Gina while interviewing her in the prison cell. What the hell does that say? I have no idea. 30th of February, 9 PM. One what box? Small box. I was like, growl box? Small box. 10 shillings. Redemption deadline is the 13th of April, 9 PM. Look on the back of this print here, there's something written on it. 13th of February, 9 PM. Article deposited, 1 small box. Loan amount paid, 10 shillings. Redemption deadline, 30th of April, 9 PM. This photographic print is a redemption ticket. 13th of February? That could be significant. Yes, it could. It's just 2 days before the murder on the omnibus, wasn't it? Small box. Doesn't tell us much about it, does it? Bruno, if Mr. McGill had still had the ticket, then presumably he never redeemed the article. So do you think the box might still be present somewhere in the shop? Ah, yes. It's something McGill had deposited. We need to investigate. White Cat photographs information has been updated in the court record. Interesting. Although we didn't investigate the front, maybe there's something going on with the front. This is an adorable little cat. I think it looks a little like Wagahai. I thought the cats like to curl up inside under the heated kotatsu blanket when it snowed. Maybe British cats are different. Well, no, they still like sort of like the fires and stuff, you know. But not a kotatsu, because those don't exist at this time in Britain. I mean, you can probably get them now, but, you know, back then, probably not. If we're presented with this information. Here, Gina, look at this. This feels generic already, doesn't it? Like, straight off feels generic. Nota. I wasn't saying you could have it. Oh, weren't you? I mean, you gave it to us. Well, when someone says I can't have stuff, it makes me want to see it. So you'd better hand it over now. No, I'm not giving it to you. It's just that case like you gave it to us. So let's move on over to the hospital, I suppose. "16th of April. St. Sinner's Hospital, Ward 3. Hurley. Oh. He's not here. No, that's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in the bed by the window, didn't she? Was he like on the ceiling or something? Oh, I know what's probably happened. Heard he was being a big baby and the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he's been sent home. Not so sure about that. Baby or not, there's no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered. Oh. Hello, hello, what have we here? Ward is off limits. No visiting. So what are you doing here, eh? Well, I'll have you know, we're Hurley's next of kin. Yeah? Oh! Well, begging your pardon then, ma'am. So, a little lady and a curious Eastern gentleman. Great mystery solver has a mysterious family, eh? That's how you see us, sure. Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley? I believe he's currently in the operating theatre, ma'am. Undergoing an extensive operation. Extensive? It has been several hours since he went in. Oh dear. Is he going to be alright? Well, it doesn't appear to be working, you see. The anesthetic, that is. Ooh. Oh. I've heard a report that a gentleman claims he may have had a little too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is. That'll do you. Well, that's your problem. You have coffee, it's going to cause problems. This is why it's not a good drink. Anyway, I think it would be fair to assume that he won't be back here for several hours yet. I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later. Oh, poor Hurley. I think that was it. I've investigated through. Yeah. I missed what I was looking at. There we go. This must be Mr. Sholmes' bed. Poor Hurley. I know, it looks as stiff as a board, doesn't it? Oh, I don't think that will bother him. No? I often find him asleep face down on the floor, completely dead to the world. Yeah, but with a bullet wound? I think I'd call the police if I discovered someone like that. Is there anything else around? There's a notice board on the wall here, look. Let's see, what does it say? Thought of the day on seeing any vermin? Calmly and discreetly inform matron. Oh, lovely. Oh yes, they have rats and mice in hospitals like this that love to feast on all the medicine. Don't deal with them. There's nothing left to treat the patients. Rats and mice. Oh, I see. This is a rather old building, I suppose. But the doctors and nurses are all very good, I hear. Certainly hope so. Mr. Sholmes' sake. Not much else going on here, is there? Wonder what these are. Do you have any idea, Iris? Oh, have you ever seen crutches before? Let me explain. They're for people with leg injuries, to help them walk. You hold one under each arm, you see. Alright. Thought they were weapons of some sort. Why would there be weapons in a hospital? Or maybe a fighter had been injured in a battle contest and been brought here along with his weapons. That's surprisingly plausible. Yep. I think that's it, alright. So, I'm thinking we'll actually end this part here then. In the next part, we'll move... Let's try the pawnbrokery. It's like, where else? We'll go to Baker Street and then the pawnbrokery. Yeah, I think that's probably what we'll do. So we'll see you in the next part. Ta-da for now.